Okay, so we have this 2000 Yamaha G16 gas. This one has issues. It's been sitting for many years, and I started messing around with it, and I noticed a few issues right off the bat. So the first issue is with the drive clutch. I've tried to free it up already before starting the video, but it is stuck in the closed position, so we have to replace the clutch. Which we have one here. Just came in. So we're going to go ahead and install this for the customer and get them up and running. And then once we get the clutch changed out, we'll be able to do the service on it and get the cart running, because I'm sure the carburetor's got some crap in it and it's blocked. So let's get started. See, these come off fairly easily. So we're not even gonna, oh, look at that, it freed up. Looks like there. I'm gonna replace this belt too. Ah, yeah, see, that's why. This counterweight was stuck out against the cover. And in order to get better access, we're gonna remove the battery, and we're gonna also remove this cover. Removing the battery is only going to really allow us to get in here with the impact, which we're gonna have to use the air because it's a smaller gun. The electric one is too large physically. The wrong battery anyway. Battery cable out of the way. Alright, so now we'll have plenty of room. 22mm. The bolt's still in good shape, so we'll be able to keep using that. It is now the next day because I had to order a new Yamaha clutch puller. I thought I had one. I know I have one, but do you think I could find it? No. So I ordered another one. I also reset the light up a little differently so it's easier to see. It's much hotter today, so the door is open, it's windy, a lot of traffic. So I apologize early in advance for the noise in the background. Okay, so now let's continue getting this clutch out of here. I also ran out of orange gloves, so now I'm using Harbor Freight blue specials. I like to drive them in by hand until they stop. This will work on the G2 to 22. G29/drive, whatever you want to call it, has its own. Okay, that's all there is to it. See, it just slid. And you need one of these tools to get these clutches off, because if you try to beat on these and smash them off with a hammer and pry bar, you're going to bust everything up. You're going to do engine damage too, believe it or not. I've had a few people say, ah, no, I can just take it off with a hammer. I was like, yeah, go for it. You know, $30 tools that you're not using is going to cost you like $300–400 in engine repairs. Alright, so here is my clutch. This is a factory replacement style clutch. And it does have a cover on it. And the one thing with the cover is it has this center hole plug you can remove instead of taking the cover off. I find it easier to take the cover off. So I just take the 3 bolts out, they're 10mm. It's already pre-greased. Go ahead and drop that in place. Slip the bolt in place. Now this is the original bolt. Not necessarily needed to replace it with a new one unless you totally screw it up trying to take it off. Which is why you got to use the right sockets. Okay. You don't have to go nuts with it. It'll stay on. Now what you have to do is make sure that you line up your grease fitting on the top with the grease fitting slot on the cover. Okay, there's the clutch. I really don't think I'm going to get this on here without... Oh, maybe. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and it's tight, so I'm not worried about it. We're also going to put a new belt on. This other belt was a bit gnarly, so it's new clutch, new belt. Just to make it a little bit quicker and easier, plug out. This will alleviate compression. And it doesn't matter if you go forward or backward, just go whatever way you can crank the motor over. Okay, so new clutch, new drive belt. The starter generator belt is good, so we're not going to mess with it. It's not even cracking yet, but we are going to go ahead and new spark plug, new air filter. Actually, this one's fairly good. We're not even going to touch the air filter. We got to take it off though because the carburetor is blocked for sure, and we have squirrel bits in here, so I'm going to give you a different angle on me removing the carburetor. Now, one thing that's really nice with the G16s is I can get down in here. Oh, I guess this is not a 12mm. This feels aftermarket. Ugh. Never fails, guys. Never freaking fails. Not the original nuts. They are, it looked like they're 13 or 14mm. Our original equipment is 12mm. These are original at least, so that's good. Yeah, these are, somebody was in here before me. The 12mm allows you to get the socket in between the intake tube and that nut. At least they used a shouldered nut. Take all that crap out and dump it. Okay. There we go, that's better. Somebody changed out the black tubing for this clear crap. It didn't even put hose clamps on. Ay, ay, ay. Not even hose clamps. I'm thinking we're gonna have to pump this tank. So we're gonna break out the good old trusty siphon pump. And I always pull through the golf cart's onboard pump. I don't just hook up to a fuel line and siphon from the tank, because this way, doing it that way, you could at least pull the crap that's in the pump out. Yeah, it's garbage. We're gonna have to pump this tank in its entirety. There's no way I can let him run that fuel. See how yellow it is? Should not be that yellow, and it smells old. It smells really old. Alright, I'm gonna let this tank pump and then we'll come back. Got the majority of the fuel out of the tank. The rest I can pull out with my dipstick rag. What I do to get the crap out of the bottom of the tank is I took this 1/4-inch bar or rod, round bar stock, and I zip tied a microfiber cloth to the end of it. And then I stick it down in the tank, I wipe it around, take it out, squeeze it into the drip pan, and just keep doing that until I get most of the crap out of the bottom. A lot of the big stuff comes out and it gets stuck in this, which is really nice. Shove it in, wipe it around, dry my hands off, and it'll absorb all the water off the bottom of the tank. It's great. You don't have to take the tank out, you don't have to do any of that nonsense. You can if you want. You can see. Gets a substantial amount of fluid. It also picks up a lot of the heavy debris that might be in the bottom of the tank. So anything that's, you know, trash or whatever that might be down in the bottom, it pulls it right out. Alright, let's add some fresh fuel. The hardest part is going to be getting it into the tank without making a frickin' mess. Sometimes it's... Just need to get enough in here to get the engine going. That ought to do it. It's a 5-gallon can. That's... Yeah, it's about 2.5 gallons in there now. Yep, exactly 2.5 gallons. Wow, that was pretty good. Okay. So, nice fresh fuel in the tank. Right now what I'll do is I'll prime the system one more time here. There we go, look at that. Nice and clear, like it's supposed to be. That's all we need. It's not supposed to have any discoloration to it. I know most of you guys that have been watching my channel for any length of time, you know that I like to be thorough with my work. I like to make sure things run and run good. Well, hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. See how much more room there is to work in here compared to the drives? Grab this E-clip with my side cutters, pull it right out. Now, well, that works. Carb's off, let's get it clean. There's either going to be trash in here, water, or both. Or no gas at all. There's definitely something. Oh. Okay, there we go. Oh. Just terrible gas. Just yellow gas. Let me see if I can show you this. See how yellow that is? That's like pee after not drinking any water for like a day. Gross. And it stinks. It's almost it's so varnished. It's almost like lacquer. It's so thick. Wow. So much varnish in there. I haven't been outside in the shop here in shorts, and I can't remember when. October, I think. Gloves. Always wear gloves. So the bowl is my clean place here. Sometimes these don't want to come out like this one. There we go. Oh yeah. Chunks of all kinds of nastiness on here. Carburetor's getting a good bath today. Do you guys like the videos where I talk while I'm doing it? Let me know down below. Or do you like to just watch me work? You've seen me do this many times. And the reason I use side cutters, because it has a really nice fine blade. It makes it very easy to grab onto this pin. I don't squeeze hard. Wow, it's all milky. So much junk in here. There we go, nice and clean now. Yeah, let me know down below. Do you like me talking? Explaining what I'm doing, or do you just like to watch me do what I do with the occasional blurb out of my mouth? Because I find cleaning carburetors very therapeutic, very relaxing for me, so sometimes I forget to talk. I forget that I'm even filming a video when I'm doing this sometimes. Oh, and I forgot to mention too, the pin on the Yamaha carbs has a flattened spot, which is basically squished. That's the part you pull out. And that's you put the smooth shank in. Doesn't matter which side. I put them in from both ends. Usually the fuel inlet port is what I go by. And it just needs to be in there enough. Just like that. I hope you can see it. It doesn't have to be lined up 100%. Just need to make sure it's friction fit. See how smooth this goes in now. Oh, that's going in like butter. Try to be very gentle with the threads because it feels like somebody's marred them up once before. Okay, and then this is where I usually rinse. Get any surface dirt off that may have made its way into it. Remember, drain towards the fuel line. I've never used the drain on the carburetor. I usually just take the carburetor apart. If there's a reason why I need to use that drain, then the carburetor needs to come out for a thorough cleaning, in my opinion. Okay, there we go. Let's get it back in the cart. No clamps. That is such a stupid move. There's none on here. The fuel line's working. If he has any trouble, then we're gonna change it all out. But he didn't seem to want that, so we're not doing it. Fuel line's on. You guys will notice too that I use these side cutters, diagonal cutters, whatever you want to call them, for everything. Typically with the choke cable, I will line up the end of the cable flush with this cable keeper here. We can now reinstall the airbox. Oh, you know what? We can't. We are missing a gasket. This is stuff I typically carry in stock just for such events where they either rip, they get lost, or they're just terribly no longer intact. As you can see, I have plenty of room to get my hand down in here to get these nuts started, unlike on a Yamaha drive. Alright. Cover. The fuel is pumping. So yeah, that's a success. Make sure that's in the right slot. There we go. $17mm wrench. The G16s are on the side here. They're really easy to get to. Just take it out. Even this drain plug doesn't want to come out. It's kind of yucky. Oh, look at that. It looks like some of the threads came out with it. That's because somebody over tightened it. Let's see if this is going to go back in. If not, we're going to have to helicoil this. Oh, it went in smooth. See if it'll tighten down. Oh yeah. Okay. Tighten down. Alright, let's get some oil in it. Should be good to go. Okay, exactly 1 quart of oil on the Yamahas. And then we might give this thing a bath before we bring it back. I have exactly 1 quart. Perfect. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. I might not focus on it, but yeah. Alright guys, this cart is done. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you like my content. Leave a comment down below, like the video and all that fun stuff, you know, the whole YouTube thing. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I'll do my best to answer them. Sometimes it's not always possible, especially if I can't see the cart, but you know, that's how it goes. So, alright guys, thanks for watching. We will see you in the next video.